Hi guys, it's Jessica Hayes. I've had quite a few requests for this look. This is usually my go-to look for when I'm doing lip swatch videos. I'll do just a neutral black smoky eye. So this one I'm going to be using mostly Kat Von D products with. In the past I have done it with all sorts of different products, but keep watching if you would like to know how to do this super easy neutral smoky eye that pretty much goes with any lipstick color in the world. Starting off with some sunscreen, this is the Supergoop City Serum. I'm just gonna pop one pump of this Kat Von D Lock-It Primer. Oh, and by the way, these new brushes from the Kat Von D Lock-It collection, I'm obsessed. This is the foundation brush. For today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It. This is in the shade Light Warm 43. Before I used to mix the 42 and 45 together, but this is the perfect shade for me. It's definitely a little more yellow toned, which I like in a foundation, and it's just the perfect color. So this is a newer shade for the Lock-It range. I'd say that this color is probably usually an NC15. Used to be too light for me from MAC, but this would be like in between an NC15 and NC20. So I'm just putting one pump all over the face. This is quite a full coverage foundation, but it does spread well. It doesn't set straight away, so you've got a lot of playtime with it. I'm gonna pop a little bit of the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. This is in the shade L3 Warm. And this is the concealer brush in the range as well. I love that it's fluffy, but it's also got that flat edge on it, so it's really easy to get up underneath the lash line as well. Next, I'm gonna take the Lock-It Setting Powder and this brush, which, oh my gosh, this brush is like the softest fluffy bunny that you've ever felt. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of this powder and just set through the middle of the face and a little bit underneath the eyes. I don't like my foundation to be too matte, so that's why I don't really use too much setting powder. I'm gonna do my brows before my eyes today. Sometimes it's just nice to set that frame, especially when you're doing a darker kind of smoky eye. I'm gonna be using the Rehab Brow Cream in Jet Black. And I'm just gonna grab that foundation brush and just run that a little bit through the fronts of the brows so that they're not super harsh. I'm gonna use the color corrector in Light to prime the eyes. So just kind of scribble that all over the lid and then just pat that in with my finger. I'm also gonna take just a little bit of that underneath the eye. So for this look, I'm going to be using the Shade and Light Eye Quad in Smoke. I'm gonna grab this huge Smith 122 brush and this black color from the quad, and I'm just gonna use that to lay that down onto my eyeball. This brush is awesome when you just want to be really quick and lazy. And to ensure that you're not getting any fallout, you're gonna tap that brush off and you're gonna make sure you pat it onto your eye. Next, I'm gonna grab this Smith 232 brush and this taupe kind of color. I'm gonna roll that onto the tip of that brush. So just adding a little bit of that taupe color with the very tip of the brush, pushing it more into the socket so that the rest of the fluff of the brush kind of blends it out for you. Pretty much this brush just does all the work. I'm gonna grab more of a round kind of brush and just buff the very edge of that blending off and upwards so it blends into nothing. Next, on this Zoeva 234, I'm just gonna grab a bit of black on the tip of that brush, tap that off, and then I'm gonna use this to line underneath the eye. I'm gonna pat a little bit into that corner, make sure that corner is nice and dark. Then take a little bit of that taupe shade and just make sure that that corner is blended as well. I'm gonna take that foundation brush and just use it to bring that corner up just a little bit. Gonna go back in with that big fluffy brush, the Morphe M511, and just make sure that all of those edges are nice and blended. I'm taking this Morphe M506, I'm going to add a little bit of the top color and just buff that underneath the eyes. Because the lid is so dark, sometimes if you add liquid liner you can barely see it, but because the tattoo liner has a little bit more of a pattern finish, I like to add a wing over the top so you can see it more with texture rather than with color. Just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. If you get any mascara anywhere, just wait for it to dry and then flick it off afterwards. That will save you from it smudging into your foundation. Lashes are not necessary with this look because the lid of the eye is so dark, you really can't see them that much, but they are a nice look from the side. So I'm going to add these Ardell 120 Demis. I'm going to cut the last 3 of these to have them fit my eye, and I'm just going to take that little bit that we cut off and clamp that onto the end of the lash just to give a little bit of a double effect on the end. The lashes have a little bit of a sticky band. If you just press them together it will hold and stay, and then that way it just gives the end of the lash just that little extra kick. I'm going to take this little tool that I got in that lash packet and I'm just going to use that to press my lashes to the fake lashes so that you can't see your own lashes kind of tilting down. You can add black or a fleshy color to the inside of the eye. I'm gonna add a fleshy color. This is the Urban Decay eye pencil in Walk of Shame. For the cheeks, I'm gonna take this cool toned contour in Breakup from Makeup Geek. I'm just gonna press that into the skin a little bit with my damp beauty blender. For highlighter, I'm going to be taking just this shade here from the Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter palette. For the lips today, I'm going to try something a little bit different. White Locket Concealer, you can actually mix in with any liquid lipstick to make it a shade lighter. So I'm just going to swatch a little bit of both on the back of my hand. I'm going to start off with the lip color Aisha. And then I'm just going to mix a little bit of that color into the white. Pop that in the center of the lips. Just going to add a dab more of the white. Well, there you go guys, that is my neutral smoky eye. I pretty much gravitate towards this kind of look when I'm going to be doing my lip swatch videos, just purely for the fact that this kind of eye goes with any lip color imaginable, keeping it neutral when I'm doing all different sorts of lip swatches, from nudes to purples to blues to greens. This eye look is pretty much going to go with all of them. There are so many different color combinations and palettes that you can use for this look. Pretty much all it is just, you know, a black color and a top color. I'm kind of feeling this ombre lip look though. It definitely makes my lips feel a lot bigger and I like it. I love when you guys have suggestions for videos for me to do, so keep them coming if you have any requests. Hope you guys have an awesome week and I will see you guys next Tuesday for my weekly video. See ya!